quick question and answer series. I was going through Tim Ferriss's book, Tribe of Mentors, yesterday, and it has these 11 questions that he was setting to a lot of the world's top performers. And for this video, I'm going to entertain myself as if anybody cares to hear my answers on the questions. The first question was, what book have you most commonly gifted to other people? And then second, what 1 to 3 books have been the most influential on you? The book that I've gifted to folks, you want to answer it also? Answer my video. Caroline's here. This is how we spend our Valentine's weekend. Doing thought exercises like this. Anyway, so the book I've gifted to people more than any other, I've gifted a handful of books roughly similar amounts of times. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey is one. I've gifted books like Leaders Eat Last by Simon Sinek. I've gifted a handful of mindset books like Mindset by Carol Dweck and what was the other one? The book by Jocko Willink. I've gifted that one. I've gifted the 4-Hour Work Week also. I've gifted all of these things to business associates and people on my team. Those are the books that I've gifted. I can't say that one really stands out above and beyond all the others. Maybe the 4-Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss. Second question is, what 3 books have most influenced me or my thinking or me? And I'm a book junkie. I love reading. I tear through a lot of books. And when I say that, to be most accurate, I don't really fully read most books that I read. Let me clarify. So most of the time, any given time of year, I have 2 books that I'm reading at any given time. One is a fiction reader, some kind of like adventure or legal thriller or romance, some kind of like narrative book, paranormal books. I'll read, or like horror books by Stephen King. I'll read some kind of fiction narrative that helps me to decompress and unwind in the evening. And I'll pair the fiction reader with one work of nonfiction for self-improvement or self-development. At any given time, I'm reading a fiction book in the evenings for decompression, and I'm reading some self-development, self-growth book early in the day to give me ideas on how I can do better, learn things, and take action on them. Presumably this question about what books have most influenced me probably pertains to the educational development, personal growth area. So for me first, the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey made a substantial shift. It really codified for me a lot of things that I think were already important to me, but it put it into specific, actionable, meaningful, in order, sequential steps. So that one is the first one. The second one for me is probably the 4-Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss, because the thoughts on like the 80-20 rule, Pareto's principle, and optimization and avoiding interruption or interrupting interruption, the personal discomfort rituals, the personal discomfort tests or drills that he puts us through, like all of those things are things that ended up becoming a huge part of who I am as a person and have dramatically impacted how I live my life every single day. Third book, I would say the New Testament would be the third one, because I entrust my pastors to teach me what Jesus taught in there, and I live my life by that. So those are the 3. The Bible, specifically the New Testament, especially the letters by Paul, those are the most influential to me. And then the book of John is awesome also. The 4-Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss, and then the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. Those are mine. Caroline, what book have you gifted to others most frequently? You know what? We probably should have her own video for this instead of making mine double the length. So stand by.